Hi, Cancer. Welcome back. Welcome in. Welcome to your monthly check-in. We're in the month of September. We're finally in the Burr months. In the final stretch of 2025, the last 4 months somehow. This is wild, wild ride. Before we jump in with our cards to see what energies we are moving through this month, we're going to be using our singing bowl, sound bowl, however you want to call her, to clear any lingering energies that need to be cleared, to connect to each other as a collective, and then as a collective directly to spirit. If you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more the merrier. All right, guys, let's get into it. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Cancer Collective. What does their September look like? What energies are moving towards them? Will they be working with, calling in? What energies are theirs to claim this month? September 1st. Let's see. Oh, we got a few. Oh my god. 10 of Wands, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. Interesting. I'm getting two very distinct energies. One is like these are your children and you could be feeling like overburdened. You feel like maybe it's time for them to fly the nest. Maybe it's time for you to take more of a step back, more of a passive role versus like doing everything for them and being the one to carry all of the load. Maybe it's time to teach them some skills, to delegate some things, to let them take over some things on their own. The other situation, scenario, whatever, that I'm getting is a work situation. There could be, excuse me, a fire sign and an air sign that are creating a lot of chaos. They're like putting more work on you than what is yours to carry. This is you carrying all of the wands. Anything that anybody gives you, it's just kind of like you shoulder it. I will do it because I can. People give you work because they know they can, but it feels like they're offloading themselves so they can like do whatever and have an easy workload and have great googly moogly and do what they want, so they don't have to be stressed out, but they don't care that you're stressed out. Feels very much like people putting their things on you, putting their stress on you, putting their burdens on you, their worries, their thoughts, ideas, opinions. We have the Five of Pentacles coming out in reverse. This to me is an indication that you have moved on from feelings of lack, feeling of feelings of I can't do this. I'll never be enough. I'll never have enough. What am I going to do? Where am I going to get this? How am I going to get this? Look at all these people and look at all the things that they have. Where's mine? This isn't fair. I'm so left out. Life isn't fair. It is what it is. That type of energy where you're just very much like, woe is me, victim mentality. I feel like that is not, that's another, I was going to say stick, another wand that was given to you to carry that's not yours. So I feel like that needs to be laid down. Other people's burdens, their struggles, that's not to say don't help people. That's not to say don't be a shoulder for people to lean on, to cry on, don't support your children. Obviously, those are givens. You're going to do that no matter what because that's in your nature. This is simply saying, don't overburden yourself. Don't run yourself into the ground for other people. Don't work yourself to death for someone else's dream. This is very much taking things into your own hands and building up your own dreams. Taking the load that you're currently carrying for someone else, because this is literally like none of this is yours. sometimes it's one or two wands that are yours, like things that you have to carry. So like as you drop all of the wands, you have to go back and be like, okay, these two I actually have to carry because these are my responsibilities. None of these things are yours. So I feel like as you drop literally all of these wands, you're going to free up so much energy, so much space to call in more. And what is attached to what's coming in is not lack, it's not desperation, it is not, oh God, something is better than nothing and no, I can't quit because this little bit of money is enough to cover my bills. Doesn't matter if I need more or if I want more, this is what I have right now, this is what I'm being offered, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to take it. It's the end of that era. If that's where you've been, if you've been suffering in silence or asking for something and not receiving it, if you've been getting the short end of the stick in a situation, relationship, work situation, partnership, any and all of the things. This could also mean an imbalance within like household duties between you and a partner. If you are in a partnership, there could need to be some balancing out of the duties of the household, the duties. The Hangman, Pisces energy, and the Six of Swords. Yes, baby. Yeah. Need to go potty? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. This Pisces energy showing up here with the Five of Pentacles in reverse is just another indicator. It's another confirmation that you have left an old way of being, thinking, doing, behaving, habits, whatever the case may be in the past, because you don't view it the same. You don't view yourself the same. You don't view your life the same. You could be seeing things from a completely different, new lens, a lens that filters everything through like prosperity and wealth and health and elegance, and it's very opulent versus stagnation and being left out in the cold and never having enough and having to budget and penny pinch and still scrape by while feeling envious when you see others living the life that you want. You're leaving all of that behind because it has served you absolutely no purpose. It has not helped you in any way, shape, or form. So you're leaving that way of being and you're stepping into a new perspective. You're stepping into a new timeline altogether. One where you're free to move about how you want. You're free to do what you want with your time, with your energy. You're able to invest it in things that you care about, things that you love. I see you also taking like a respite, taking a moment. It feels like there's going to be a lot of things coming to an end very quickly for you this month. The first 2-3 weeks of the month could go by like that. And then towards the end of the month, you're going to have a little bit of time to take to yourself, a little bit of time where you have like a transition. Thank you. Where you're transitioning between two things. This could be a home. Maybe you have like, you've got the keys to your new home and you're starting to slowly move things out of your old home, clean up, do all of these things, purge, whatever it is that you need to do to shift energies and shift into a new home. But at towards the end of it, as you have the majority of your things um, in your new home, out of your old home, you're either going to be taking like a week to yourself in your old home to say goodbye, to process, or in your new home before your family gets there, something along those lines. You're going to have like a week of alone time, downtime, where you're going to be able to process all of this stuff that just happened, all of the changes that came, what feels like pretty rapidly, pretty swiftly, um, but changes that are absolutely for the better. This is leaving chaos, these chaotic, treacherous waters, and moving towards calmer waters, more still waters, ones that are easier to navigate, more peaceful, more pleasant. You don't have to worry, you don't have to question. This mother and child are putting all their trust into this person, whether that's her partner, their partner, someone that they're paying, a nice citizen, whatever. It doesn't matter what the case is. They're leaving with literally nothing but each other. Maybe you're doing some sort of like, um, oh my goodness, where did that come from? A yawn? What the hell? My eyes, I'm actually rubbing my eyes right now. They just got so heavy. You could be using this time to literally just rest and sleep and take naps. Maybe you've never been able to take naps. And so you're just like, I'm going to take a nap for once. I've never been able to do this. My routine is changing. But while I'm moving on from the old and before I get to the new, I am going to take a nap. It's very much pouring into yourself, self-care, um, self-love, pleasure, all of the things. It's very much pouring into yourself. And as you pour into yourself, Spirit pours into you too. As you take care of yourself, you're being rewarded. You're being given more. Okay, can I just get a few cards? We don't need all of them. Just one or two, please. What else is here for Cancer, Spirit, for September? What else is here? Just one or two cards, please, Spirit. One or two cards. What else is here for Cancer? What else do they need to know? Okay. We're actually going to come back to that. We'll do these first because they're not wanting to, nothing's wanting to come out. Oh, okay. Those two cards that flipped, they didn't fall out, so I'm not going to actually, okay, there we go. I was going to say they didn't fall out, so I'm not actually going to take them. But it was Nest and Casket. Nest is a happy home that you're very focused on the stability of, nurturing of, the expanding of, and then Casket, someone passing. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we have marriage here for the astral house, which is interesting because we also have parting ways in either romance or business, broken ring. And then we have control your anger or you will be sorry. This could be a marriage for a lot of you. Maybe you're ending a marriage. Maybe that's kept you in a state of lack. Maybe their beliefs about money, their ideas surrounding money, how to make money, are affecting you and they've been holding you back. It's time to let go and it's time to shift. Oh goodness, this could be someone who had an anger issue, someone who had a very sharp tongue. I'm also getting, we got another broken bridge. Damn. Oh, October's here. Huh. Oh goodness, okay. We also got goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. We're going to claim both. A boastful person you should not cross. Interesting. And then we got yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Which one? We don't know. Doesn't matter. And then we have love showing up here along with marriage. This could very well be speaking about, we're just doubling down on that. This could be a marriage coming to an end. This could be a love situation. Maybe you are in the final phases of a process that's taken a really long time, like years to finalize, and you're ready to move on. You're ready to start over. You're ready to pour into someone else. I think your discernment, if you are starting up new relationships, if you do feel ready to take that next step, your discernment is going to be a lifeline for you right now, because there are still people, obviously, in this world who are going to come into your atmosphere who don't need to be there. So it's going to be up to you to use your discernment and to decipher who needs to be in your life, who deserves your energy, who deserves your time and your nurturing, and who doesn't. Because if it's someone who is quick to anger, if it's someone who is very boastful, very cocky, does the negging, tries to put you down, any and all of those things, that's not it. That's not love. I feel like you've spent maybe the last decade or so with the 10 of Wands, maybe 15 years, really identifying what love doesn't look like for you, what you know it's not, what you don't want. And you're not even really focused on anything else right now. You just know what you don't want. And you know that if it's any of those things, any aspect of those things, it's not it. It's not for you, because what you are calling in is so perfect and specific to you. It's a job that's literally like, oh my God, this is so you. Like you couldn't write a better description for a job to fit your skills, your gifts. Same with your partner. It's like if that's what you're calling in, it's very checks all of the boxes. But beyond that, feels good. It feels right. It feels like home. Feels like comfort, not chaos. That's how you'll know. You'll also know when you don't have to question it, when you don't have to wonder. There will be no question. There will be no room for lady. There will be no room for it. It's only going to be reassuring. It's only going to be, and it's the same with jobs. It's the same with opportunities. You're gonna know because it's gonna feel so right and it's gonna feel so comfortable and so easy. So it's going to be easy for you to then take that step, for you to then invest your money, to take that leap. Whatever that is, you have lady here. You very well could have ended a really long relationship, situation, job, and then you're getting like your dream offer, your perfect proposal shortly after. Like once you finally fully let go of a situation that's been holding you back, that is not for you, you step into one that absolutely is. You're being elevated to a new status. This is the version of the lady that comes after. This is the version of, in the fairy tale Normand, which is what this deck is. This is Cinderella after she gets her new life, her castle, her prince, her riches, her spoils, and she's not the one doing all of the work anymore. She's in receptive mode now. You're being shifted into a lifestyle where you're receiving, where you're slowing down. What just came out? Lilies. Lady and Lilies. Oh, that's so cute. K.A. That just happens to be my initials. Card number 26 on the bottom of the deck. Book. There could be significance with a book for you. Whether that's writing a book, reading a book, you could be reading something that really, really changes your perspective, how you see things. Maybe that's what shifted this change for you. This new mindset, whether that's an abundance mindset, whether that's an entrepreneur mindset, whatever mindset you're shifting into, it could have been because of a book. For another portion of you, this will be an actual story. What's the word? Not novel. It could be a novel. Autobiography. Thank you. Autobiography. You could be telling your story. You could be telling it. It doesn't even have to be like in a book format. It could be a script that you're selling. Something about your story could be significant. But this feeling of tied down, feeling frustrated, feeling like you have to be on guard and watching for people who might cross you or people who might betray you, like all of that is coming to an end. You've put an end to it. You're ready for different. You're ready for more. You're calling in more because you're laying down all 10 wands. And so when you are empty-handed, you can really open yourself up. to receive. That's all Spirit wants you to do. Just open yourself up to receive. Lay everything that is not yours down and open yourself up to receive. What do we have here? Cacao and shape-shifting. 535. You could be seeing that a lot. You could be seeing 555 a lot, repeating fives. Big change on the horizon. Let's read about cacao. Ritual ceremony. Card number 5. Embrace, open heart, tenderness. Aww. Your higher self chose this card because cacao is such a comforting drink to experience. It's like a hug from your nearest and dearest. And when this card appears, it's a message from Spirit acknowledging any emotional hurt and pain you have felt. Whether you have experienced a breakup, the loss of a loved one, disappointment, or betrayal, cacao reminds you that it is safe to open your heart again. However, do not feel rushed to welcome love from another before you have found love within yourself. What does it mean? Sorry, the sun is like shining right into my face and it's hard for me to see this book right now. What does it mean to you to feel loved, supported, and emotionally nourished? How would your life look and feel if you loved and accepted yourself unconditionally? Feel your heart feeling these things. Feel your heart. Feel your heart with the feelings. Feel your heart with the feelings. Is that supposed to be fill? I think it's supposed to be fill your heart with the feelings these visualizations evoke. Yeah. And allow them to gently soften you little by little. This card is also a reminder that you are worthy of being loved. You are not broken, no matter what past experiences have led you to believe. You are a good, kind-hearted, gentle soul whose light is needed in the world. Please don't allow anyone's poor treatment to prevent you from letting others experience your light. Remain open, remain soft, remain tender, because that's who you are. Don't let anyone take that from you. All right, card number 35, Shapeshifter. Adaptability, transformation, evolution. Your higher self chose this card because you are evolving, my dear, and this card is confirmation that all of your hard work and challenges, are worth it. You are beginning to see what all of your recent hardships have been for and how they have shaped you into the person you are now becoming. It is it is never easy to experience loss or setbacks, but at least you can yeah, I wish just slow down. But at least you can take comfort in knowing they were preparation for your developing greatness. Your recent circumstances have made you more wise and practical and better prepared and able to manage tough situations. Your level of what's possible and what you're capable of dealing with should be expanded now. And you can enjoy the additional layers of complexity which only give you more interest and experience. Hold your head high and step fully into this new expanded reality. Rather than complaining about what you've lost, shift your focus on celebrating what you've gained. Pat yourself on the back through it. No, Caitlin. Pat yourself for making it through. Pat yourself for making it through. Then begin to imagine what you can do now that you have less baggage weighing you down. Yes, those open arms that we were talking about. Imagine all of the things that you can hold and fill them with. If this is you freeing up space by quitting a job, if this is you freeing up space by leaving a relationship, if this is you freeing up space by setting boundaries with family, friends, whatever, now is the time to not just fill it with more to replace it. Don't rush to get another job. Don't settle because you'll find yourself in the exact same position that you were in before. Take the time to really fully visualize, actualize, and experience what you want, filling that space with what you want versus just more of what it was before. You have a clean slate. You can have a new start if you want it. The opportunity is there for you. The door is open for you. All you have to do is walk through it. September is going to be spectacular. I hope you guys enjoy it to its fullest, and know that if you are going through these last little growing pains, these last little hardships, it's going to get better. It's going to get lighter. It's going to get brighter. I love you guys all so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.